Thursday morning, and it's such a blessing to be on the airways of 94.7 FM on the Kingdom Broadcasting Network, where we create unity, build relationships, and empower people. And I'm so excited today because we are here with our monthly discussion with Brocon Realty. Miss Lady is here looking all beautiful on today. Miss Lavita Conley, how are you this morning?
I am doing well, Miss Ma'am. How are you doing
Good.
today?
Doing well, doing well, doing well. I'm excited about the
Awesome.
conversation that we're going to have on today, because a lot of people, are in the market for real estate right now,
Yay.
and it's a good time to buy.
It is definitely a good time to buy. It is. Or sell.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Oh, yes,
And
yes.
congratulations are in order.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
thank you. Thank you.
So, what's the topic that we're going to have on today?
So we are going to be talking about stats. We're going to get into some numbers today.
Okay.
So I'm excited to share those. It's the top of the year. We're heading into the spring season. So I wanted to talk about what's happened at the start of the year and what we can expect going into the spring season. So we're going to get into that on today.
Put the mic in front of you right
Okay, yay. Got a little volume now.
there. Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Lord
ma'am.
knows I probably don't need it. Yeah.
We've been watching how economy is going up and down, but people jobs are getting better. So that means that you got more income and you can better buy and select what you want to do, for the place that you want to live.
Okay, well, that is a good thing, and the market is definitely reflecting that. I wanted to go ahead and do just a little bit of housekeeping so I can keep my license. Just
Okay.
say my name is Lavita Conley. I'm a licensed real estate broker with Brocon Realty Group. I must say that anytime that I'm talking about real estate, just so that you all know that I am a licensed real estate agent and I am here to help you buy and sell real estate. But to your point, yes, jobs are getting better. People are getting more secure in what they are expecting out of life. And when that life gets more secure, the real estate market gets more secure. And of course, these numbers are reflecting that. So I would like to go over them with you all and with your audience so that they can kind of see that the market is reflecting what you just said. And we are excited about that.
Awesome. Awesome.
So I did bring with me both January and February's numbers. We are moving quite fast over into March. Oh my God, it seems the month did just start, but we are here on the 7th. Before we know it, spring break will be here and we'll be at the end of
Yeah.
March. We started out January just a little bit lower than we did last year. Of course, there's always we're just a comparison um market. We're just in a comparison industry, so we always compare year over year, and based on what our last year's comparison, the numbers were down just a little bit. But I say that to say this: I don't want people to get too excited about the numbers being down, because I know that people are kind of looking at, thinking that if the numbers are down, then they think the prices will go down. If the
Yeah.
numbers get down low enough, people are just expecting for the prices to go down. And I'm just here to remind you that those numbers are still not reflecting that. People had a big Christmas last year, so just not a lot of people were focused on buying. Also, and I hate to keep going back to it, because like I said, in last time we had a conversation, the interest rates are just a small snippet of what affects the housing market. But because interest rates went up a lot last year and people felt discouraged and didn't think they were going to buy, they kind of splurged on a lot of other things, such as vacations,
Yeah.
smaller yet big ticket items. Some people had a much larger Christmas. So January's numbers reflect those things happening. So the numbers were down just a little bit in January. However, in February, our numbers indicated there are a much larger number in pending sales. Our pending sales for the month of February are up 37.5% from last year. That's a very big jump. So we have a lot of things that are going to close out in the month of March. So we have a lot of people that have gotten a jump start to the spring market compared to last year. So we are expecting a very big boom in the spring market. And that's to be expected. Spring is coming. People are, the sun is coming out. People like to shop for homes in the springtime.
Yeah.
So we're excited about it. Realtors are gearing up for it. I've got my flats on today. So I am ready to walk a house. So, I'm going to go and invest in me another pair of flats because I'm not going to be out here showing houses in 4 to 5 inch heels. As much as I like heels and I think they're cute, but I'm just not going to be out here showing you houses in heels. I'm going to have me some good flats because I know we're going to be out here showing houses in heels.
That's
I know
TV appearance.
I'm telling you, that's closing day attire. So I will pull those heels out when it's time for us to close. But before that, I'm definitely going to have me some good flats and some good Dr. Scholl's because I know it's going to be a lot of stepping.
Yes.
So we're gearing up for a great market. Right now, we do have... we closed out February with about 3.61 as far our absorption rate. And you'll hear me say absorption rate, but what I mean by absorption rate is inventory. That's just how much inventory we have. Okay. And when you talk about inventory, you want to, because people want to know, is it a buyer's market? Is it a seller's market? Mm-hmm. If you hear me say an absorption rate anywhere less than 6, that's gonna be the deciding number. If you've got it over 6 months of inventory, you're kind of in a buyer's market. If you're under 6 months inventory, you're gonna be in a seller's market. And if you're at that 6 months, you're gonna be about even. Okay. We're still about 3 months of inventory, right at 4 here in February. Last year, we were under 3. So we do have a good bit more inventory this year at this point than we did last year, which is a good thing. So for buyers, because we did have a lot of buyers, there's just not anything out there, and that even though we have a lot more inventory, we do still have buyers that don't feel like there's anything out there. However, we do have builders that are building more now, so that's going to also give buyers more inventory to choose from. And of course, this 3.61 number is not accounting for a lot of the new construction properties that are not in our MLS yet. Okay. So you definitely want to keep that in mind. So there's going to be a lot more inventory going into this year. As we head into the spring and the summer months for buyers to choose from that was not out there last year and the year before that. So we're also super excited about that. But of course, that's going to require that buyers get in position to compete a little bit more. You definitely want to be saving up cash reserves. You want to have that on hand. There's two new down payment assistance program for those buyers that are looking to purchase. A lot of realtors have been sharing it. If you want more information on it, you can definitely reach out to me and find out about that. One of them is 0% interest as far as paying back, and they do have certain stipulations on those. You definitely want to find out what works best for you. And keep in mind, USDA is still around, and they also have gone up on their max lending on that as well. So you want to definitely keep that in mind. Although Tupelo, the city of Tupelo, does not qualify for USDA, some of the areas around Tupelo do qualify for USDA. So if you can get around those areas, that also can qualify you for a 0% down payment on a property, which is going to leave you more money that you can use for closing costs. Okay. Which is also money that you can use for competing when you're writing an offer. So that's what our numbers are looking like right now as far as real estate. Average list price at the end of February was around $280,000. Average list price in January was $272,866. So as you can see, the average list price went up just a little bit. Average sales price, however, in January was $211 and some change, so right at $212. And the average sales price in February was $190. So January and February, the sales prices on average was down just a little bit, based on in comparison to what the list price was. But like I said, we've got a lot that pended in February as well. And just because that's the average, keep in mind, we all know what average means, right? So that doesn't mean that others didn't sell, because we had 25 properties sell between $250,000 and $300,000. But we also have 4 properties that sold under $30,000. So you just, have to keep that in mind, what average actually mean. We had 145 properties that actually sold in the month of February. And then we had 220 that pended in the month of February. So we definitely, those are some of the numbers. That's what's going on in real estate as of right now. So we're looking at a big closing month for the month of March. We're looking for numbers to, and that's just March. When it goes getting warm, people get to looking.
They have that adrenaline running.
Yeah, they get to.
And they get the excitement going and want to change.
I know it. Everybody get the spring cleaning and we just get to showing and want to see what's going on.
I was watching on the news last night where over on Veterans area in the Elvis Presley area, they're getting ready to construct 57 more new homes.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
So that's more to choose from.
It is. Definitely. And everybody wants a new construction home. And I will say this regarding new construction, because like I said, everybody wants a new construction home.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to, and I won't say but, let me take the but out, because I've always been told that when you use the word but, it negates everything you said before that. So let me rephrase what I'm going to say. Everybody wants a new construction home, and it always sounds good. You have to look at financing a new construction home, and this is for educational purposes. When you look at financing a new construction home, somebody has to foot the bill, and this is just layman's term. Somebody has to foot the bill until that home is built.
Right.
If you're working with a builder and they foot the bill, that's cool. You can just get a standard mortgage loan. They're footing the bill until the home is built, and you get a mortgage loan at the end. However, if you're not working with a builder, you want to be in control of everything. You want to make all your decisions. You want to decide where you're going to put your home. You want to get your land. Now you've got to get a construction loan, because now you got to foot the bill.
Okay.
When you talk about getting a construction loan, most of the time, you're talking about going to the bank and applying for a construction loan, then converting that construction loan into a mortgage loan at the end of the process. If you're getting a construction loan and you're going to the bank to get a construction loan, they're going to require a certain amount down payment. The down payment is usually larger than what you would do on a standard mortgage loan. Okay. Now, I do have a lender that does that process, and that's generally who I refer my clients to. I'll say, hey, contact this lender or contact the bank, because I normally give them, a few options.
Okay.
When I always give my clients a few options, because I always tell them shop mortgages just like you would shop your realtor.
Okay.
Make sure that you're getting people that are going to work for you. This is always the case. Shop realtors, shop mortgage lenders. Make sure you're getting the best deals on all across the board. So I give them the few names that go and shop, but you have to understand that it's not all cut and dry the way you would think. Like, because everybody says it. Right. Like, I built my house. It always sounds good. We built our house from the ground up. Right. It always sounds good. Mm-hmm. And because traditionally you've heard people say that. Sure. But people don't understand that there was a builder involved that had to foot that bill. Yeah. So if you don't have somebody got to foot the bill until the house is, somebody got to pay for this house until the house is finished and it can go into a mortgage loan. So just keep that in mind, that somebody has to pay for this until it can go into a mortgage loan. Now, it is possible, but just understand that somebody has to foot the bill until it's paid for. So,
that's good knowledge, because I never knew that.
Yeah, but we do have, like you said, if they're building out in veterans, that means that a developer has decided, okay, I'm going to develop this out here. So now the developer is footing the bill until it's built, and then now you can go out and purchase from the developer and you get a mortgage loan and they'll accept your mortgage loan from there. But if you're going out and you've got, say for instance, you've got land, somebody left you some land and you want to build on it, where you're going to have to, unless you get somebody who's going to go and get that construction loan and then sell you the house, you're going to have to get the construction loan and then convert that construction loan into a mortgage loan at the end. So, but yeah.
So how would one go about getting a mortgage loan for like a first-time home buyer?
So if someone calls me and says, hey, I want to buy a house, I'm going to send them, I'm going to, just have a conversation. Hey, when are we wanting to move? I'm going to ask them if they know what their credit score is, if they have any idea what their credit score is. I'm going to ask them how long they've been on their job, because these are questions lenders are going to ask. So I want you to be prepared for what the lender is going to ask you when they talk to you. If they just finished school, sometimes if somebody just went to nursing school, they just got out and they're about to start a job, or same with teachers, they're about to start a job, So just get a little bit of background and kind of know where we're going. And I kind of give them some questions on, okay, well, this is a conversation. Make sure you have this conversation with the lender. Make sure you tell your lender this, If they don't know what their credit score is, I do give them information on where they can get their credit score. I always tell individuals you can get your credit score at myfico.com. This is a $29 investment. Lenders use this. These are scores that lenders are going to use, because a lot of people like to use Credit Karma scores. Credit Karma scores are not accurate. And these are not scores that lenders are using. So I think Credit Karma is good as far as keeping up with what's going on, because it's so, like, if Credit Karma gonna tell you something going on your credit. So if somebody if you apply for a credit card, moments later, Credit Karma gonna let you know that somebody looked at your credit. So they are good for something like that. But as far as keeping up with your scores, they're not accurate scores. So I will give them a little information like that, find out, how ready they are. And then I'm going to send them to a lender. They're going to do the application with the lender. The lender is going to, because the lender is end all be all. They're the ones for real with the money. I don't have any money for you. I can't give you any money. I can't tell you whether you're qualified or not. Right. So I'm going to send you there. Like, I'll ask you some questions, but ultimately I'm going to send you there.
To get us prepared.
Right. And the lender wants to talk to you. They're going to want to talk to you, because even though I'm asking you these questions again, I'm only getting you prepared for what they're going to ask you. Because they're the specialists. You know what I'm saying? That's just like you talking to the lender first and they try to help you find a house. They can't really help you find a house. So
I wouldn't lending the money for the house.
And I wouldn't want them to try to do my job, so I don't try to do their job. I just try to make their job easier. So just kind of prep you for the questions that I know they're going to ask you. So I'll connect you with the lender, and then I'll follow up with you once you've had an opportunity to talk to the lender.
So is home buying a lengthy process? I mean, can it be done within a week or 2 weeks, or is it like a month-long process? How does the timeline work?
It depends on where you are in the process. I've had individuals who will call, say, hey, I want to buy a house. Contact the lender. We get them pre-approved that day, and we go on the contract the next week. It just depends on where you are. Now, I've also had individuals who want to buy a house and they're not quite ready, so they have to do a few things and never hear back from them. But I've also had individuals who weren't ready. They worked on their credit, and a couple of years later, we're buying a house. I love those kind. Even if you got some things that you got to work on and you work diligently to do it, we can shout at the table. I'm with you. We're gonna shout at the table, because everything is not an overnight process. But you have to be diligent. Like, credit doesn't go bad overnight. Well, there are some cases. Let me stop, because there are some cases where credit can get shot overnight. But in most cases, credit doesn't go bad overnight. So
Okay.
it can't be fixed overnight.
Right.
Even though people will promise you that it can, most times it cannot.
Okay.
So it's a process that you have to do. It takes discipline. It takes consistency. And if somebody is willing to do that, I'm willing to work with you and wait with you, because it's not a whole lot I can do as far as work on your behalf, while you do it. But I'm willing to wait with you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And once you do the work, I'll be here. I'll keep encouraging you to do it. The thing of it is individuals who get discouraged or feel like this little bit won't help.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to continue to work on it, because one thing about real estate and home buying and rental, the price of rent is going up.
True.
There's nothing you can do about it.
True.
It's gonna go up.
True.
And the way the way investment works now used to, because I have an aunt that invested in real estate, and this was years ago, and this is just a quick story. Years ago, she invested in real estate, and she was like, "Well, I'm investing in real estate now so that when I retire, I can have that income coming in."
Mm-hmm.
Well, now when people invest in real estate, they want instant income, or they want you to begin to pay it off for them. So you're either renting from someone who wants income now,
Mm-hmm.
or they want you to pay it off for them. So they're not like she would charge rent, but she would be paying some of it herself.
Mm-hmm.
Say for instance, her payment would be, this was years ago now, her payment would be $800.
Mm-hmm.
Well, her rent on the house would be $600. So she would be getting $600 for the rent, and she would be investing $200 herself.
Okay.
Well, now investors they're not doing that $200. You're doing that full $800 payment.
Okay.
So it's just there's a difference in the investors, because they know they can get that full $800 rent.
Yeah.
So you're paying a full mortgage payment, whether you're gonna own it in the end or not.
Right.
So you may as well be buying it.
Right.
At this point. And people complain about the price of houses going up, and I gotta pay $1,300 for this house and I don't even like it. When you rent a house, you're gonna pay $1,300 for it.
That's true.
And I'm just giving you something to think about. This is just me being devil's advocate, nothing else. Because I promise you, I'm not one to try to force anybody to do anything. This just not my stance on it.
Right.
This is just me giving you something to think about. If you look at a house, you don't like it. I can't find nothing I like, so I'm just gonna wait. That's what you're thinking. I'm gonna wait, and I'm gonna rent a couple of years. So you renting a house, you paying the same thing in rent that you would have paid in mortgage.
Yeah.
You stay there 3 years. Over those 3 years, prices go up, because they're going to do that either way.
Right.
The value of homes are going up, right?
Mm-hmm.
You stayed in the rental. The value of homes went up. Now you go out and look again. You still can't find what you want, because the value of what you want has gone up. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because you rent it.
Right.
Now, same scenario. I can't find what I want, but I'm gonna buy this because I can make it work for a few years.
Right.
I'm still paying the same thing I would have been paying if I rented it. I'm staying here. Value of homes went up, which means also the value of this home I bought went up. So it's 3 years later, I'm gonna sell this home that I bought, but I'm going to sell it at the current market value, which has gone up. So now I've got the equity from this home that I can use, plus I have my income. So with my income on top of the equity that I got from this house, I can now possibly afford the house that I want.
Okay.
So that's the difference in buying versus renting. buying a home now that I may not like, and possibly being able to afford the home that I do like on down the road.
Okay.
But most of the time people think if I buy now I got to stay here forever, and that's not the case. You don't have to buy and stay forever. You can always buy now and buy later.
A lot of people say it's easy to, sell the home that they're living in now if they want to get a bigger and better home, for like a $500,000 or $600,000 home. But it determines on how much equity and the value of your home that you have now. Am I correct?
That is correct, and that's what I was just explaining. And you want to have this conversation with your realtor. Let your realtor know what your plans are.
Okay.
And I have this conversation with my clients. Like, if we are walking into a house, and I kind of just volunteer information.
Okay.
I don't know if it's good or bad, but I kind of volunteer information. If we're looking at a house and they're kind of leaning towards liking it, especially if I see if it's a young couple, and I'll, just kind of insert it in. This is a beautiful home, and you all would love this home. If you all are intending to move in the next 5 to 7 years, because I know in your first home, most people live in their first home 5 to 7 years. If you all are intending to move in 5 to 7 years, this is what we can expect from the market in 5 to 7 years with this particular home. Just kind of slide that in there and let them make a decision from there, because they may not be thinking that far ahead. Right. And then it's like, okay, well, we hadn't thought about that. So you definitely want to have that conversation if that is a part of the, if that's a part. Now, this is going to be your forever home. And some people just don't want to move again. Right. But if you're gonna stay renting, you still gotta move again. That's so true. You just have to have that conversation with your realtor and know what your plans are. Right. And create a plan and have a plan. Okay.
Because I know most young couples now, they buy homes with the intentions of expanding their family on down the road. Especially if they don't have children yet.
Right. So you definitely have to think about that.
And then there are a lot of people, who want a lot of children. So, the choices, you have to make, like you said, are very vital, in the pre-planning.
Right. You definitely have to do that. And again, that all comes with having a good realtor that can see down the road, and
like Lavita Conley from Brocon Realty.
Exactly like Lavita Conley at Brocon Realty Group.
So if you're just listening and tuning in to us, I'm Miss Bam here with the lovely Miss Lavita Conley from Brocon Realty. We're talking about home buying and real estate market. So make sure you keep it locked right here on 94.7 FM. Okay.
Yes. So that was just a quick recap of what's going on in the market January and February. If I do a monthly newsletter. If you want to get a copy of that, you can always text your email address to me at 662-809-1889, and I can email you my monthly newsletter with the numbers and some good information so that you'll have that information. But yeah, that's my goal, is just to get the information out there, make sure that buyers and sellers are aware of what's going on in the real estate market, are aware of what's trending, what's selling, and who's buying.
Okay.
Because, people are buying regardless of what you are seeing on Google and what's going on in California. People in North Mississippi are buying real estate.
They are. They really are. And a lot of people, they watch the news, so, they get confounded because they thinking that what's going on for California, and New Mexico is what's happening for us here. But the numbers are totally different.
That's true. So definitely consider speaking with your local realtors to find out what's going on in your local real estate market. And that's what I'm here for, to make sure that local citizens are aware of what's going on in the local real estate market.
And what most realtors I found out don't do as you do, that personal one-on-one consultation.
I do. Because every transaction is different. So I like to do one-on-one consultations to get a personalized plan for yours. And I am offering those heading to the spring season. So reach out if you want to do one, if you're buying or selling in this real estate market. Let's have a conversation. I do offer a free consultation to anybody looking to buy or sell real estate. It's a no obligation consultation. So let's have a conversation about how I can assist you with your real estate needs.
That's awesome. That's
Yes,
awesome.
ma'am.
So, this year, like a lot of people are planning on upgrading their homes. So, do you assist in that as well?
There are some grants programs out there that assist targeted individuals with upgrading their homes.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you can get a standard loan to
Right.
upgrade your homes. As far as
I mean, because with the upgrade, they're planning on, selling and getting something more.
now, when you talk about upgrading a home, now when someone's ready to sell,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times they'll go ahead and reach out to me and say, "Hey, we want to sell a home," and that's when we have conversations about what's trending and what's selling and what's most cost effective.
Okay.
Because you don't want to go in and upgrade and spend money in an area that's not going to get you a return on your investment.
Okay.
So I don't want you to do that. For example, I wouldn't want you to go in and I'm trying to think of something that wouldn't be a good investment. I don't know. I would say change out all of the sinks.
Okay.
Spend a whole lot of money.
Yeah.
Overspend on sinks.
Because I know a lot of people like to have that beautiful kitchen, with
Well,
the
a kitchen is a good upgrade.
Yeah.
But you definitely you don't want to personalize it too much.
Right.
Okay. And sometimes you can go the wrong direction with a kitchen, and then it's overly personalized, and not everybody likes. You want to get green cabinets. Now you spent $30,000 and gotten green cabinets, and nobody likes green cabinets.
Right.
So those are the type of things that you want to consult with a realtor about before going out and doing that type thing.
Okay.
And then a lot of people confuse repairs with upgrades. Repairs are not the same as upgrade. Now this is a major one. And when you replace the air conditioner, that's not an upgrade. That's a repair that should be done to a home anyway.
Okay.
So although it does not add extra value to the home, it does add value to the home.
Okay.
It helps the home sell, because your home is going to sell less if I've got to come in and repair an air condition, or if I've got to come in and redo the floors in a home. So it's not an upgrade, but it's a repair, and it's a necessary repair to a home in order to bring in the proper buyers. But people tend to think of repairs as upgrades.
Okay.
Now, if you've got carpet and you go in, the carpet was, you needed to fix the carpet, but instead of putting carpet in, you upgraded to luxury plank vinyl. That's considered an upgrade.
Okay.
So now we can account. Now you've got luxury vinyl plank instead of carpet in all of the bedrooms. But when you go in, but you have to be careful with that, and you definitely want to seek a professional to make sure that you are getting the return on your investment that you anticipate before making that investment. Find out what it's going to bring you as far as value on the open market.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes, ma'am.
So we're here talking today with Miss Lavita Conley, discussing real estate, home buying in the market here. And like she said, you want to go local. So she is the one that I recommend. If you want to talk to someone about getting your home, getting a new home, selling your home, as she said, or purchasing real estate, she's the one that can help you get all of that done, because she's an expert, $1 million home selling. So call Lavita Conley. How can they reach out to you, Lavita?
If you are wanting to contact me, you can reach me on my cell phone, which is 662-809-1889, or my office number is 662-205-0470. My email is Levetta, Levetta, @broconrealty.com, or you can schedule a consultation on my website, www.broconrealtygroup.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you. It's been a great conversation with you today, and we look
ma'am.
forward to the next one.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for having me. I have enjoyed you all. And again, you can send me a text if you want to get my monthly newsletter. I do not spam. I do not spam. I do not spam. I do not have time to spam. So if you want to receive that one newsletter from me, you can send me a text message 662-809-1889 with your email on it, and you will receive that one and only email from me. So yeah, but yeah, I
Okay.
enjoyed it.
Well, thank you, and we'll talk soon.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.